Hey Aries, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, May 7th to Sunday, May 13th, 2016. Now, before I get started, I just have two announcements. The first announcement is that Uranus is moving into Taurus this month, very soon, May 15th, shaking up and blowing entirely open one part of our life, wherever it's moving next, totally revolutionizing that area. And if you want to know what area Uranus is going to turn upside down for you in your life, join me live Wednesday, May 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time for a free webinar on Facebook about Uranus and Taurus. You can find out where to find me at the link down below in my description box. The next thing I want to mention, May 2018 is here. This week I think is one of the most challenging weeks of the month, to be honest. A lot of intense things going on. Conflict in relationships, conflict with yourself, frustration, wanting to break free. If you want to know how to handle that better and in more detail perhaps than what I give you here, because I have a lot of things that I cover here in a very short period of time, please again check the link down below to find the recording of my webinar and get more of that information to help you. Okay, so that's what we've got going on. Now for your horoscope this week, we do have the sun on Monday in Taurus, which is your second house of money. Okay, confidence, your gifts and skills and talents. I think that's what you're focusing on, how you can make more money, be more confident using more of your talents. Okay, on Monday with the sun, it's also in a sextile here with Neptune, and Neptune is in Pisces in your 12th house of your insides and your spirituality. So I actually think the beginning of this week, you're starting to feel like a little bit better. You're starting to feel like maybe you're making more of the money that you need. You're using more of your talents in a way that's positive and can move you forward, and you're overcoming the past. As you're starting to feel better though and more confident about all of this stuff going on, I do think, however, that there are some more details that you may need to work out that could be a little bit intense to get to the bottom of. That's because on Monday, while this is going on, this very pretty sextile between the sun and Neptune, we do have Mercury and Aries in your first house and a square with Pluto and Capricorn in your 10th house of your career, your reputation, and your social standing. All right, so even though you're starting to feel much better about money, about your confidence, about the talents that you use, maybe using new or different talents, making new or different sources of money, I think there could be some big changes that are coming in for you in your career and where you see your life going, in your life direction, in your reputation, in your social standing, maybe that are a little bit difficult, especially because this is a square and especially because this is Pluto. Maybe you're changing around, again, with Pluto involved, who you partner with intimately in your career to make money, how you share money with other people, with a marriage partner, with a business partner. Maybe as well, you're just changing up your relationships coming in. That could be very intense, okay? Bringing up some tough spots because you're trying to be more confident, use more of your talents here, and the hard part is just making sure everyone's on board and bringing everything together so that you can start to move in the direction that it is that you like that's coming in, okay? As you're trying to rearrange money and relationships to do that. Right? And really needing to have some of these hard conversations to work some of these things out in your mind so you can figure out how to move forward feeling more solid and stable in life than you have previously. All right, while that's going on, early this week as well, on Tuesday, we have Venus here in Gemini in your 3rd house of talk and communication and a square with Neptune. All right. So you're communicating with people about a big change perhaps you need to make to put your life in a right direction, to organize your finances and your relationships in the way you want so you can feel better, but perhaps you're confused as you're having these conversations going on here with the square. Maybe confused about relationships too, who's in your life, how they're in your life, how you talk to people coming in. Maybe you're having conversations with people about important matters, but maybe it's just hard for you to bring everything together, and I think really needing to sit through some of the confusion that could come in early this week, especially as you talk to people, so that you can get more of the clarity later on. And I think at the beginning of this week, we're just a lot of information, a lot of stuff is coming at you about your life, about your money, about some of your relationships, and it's just a matter of accepting the information that comes, gathering this information so that as the week works in you, you can overcome the confusion and start to understand things better. Hopefully the confusion will clear. All right, so that's what I see coming in. It's definitely a very interesting week with a lot going on. Okay, while that's happening, we also do have the Sun in Taurus in your 2nd, and in opposition with Jupiter here in your 8th of changes, endings, and beginnings, and intimacy. So I think you're trying again to bring more of this stability into your life, to bring more money in your life, to feel more confident, but having to make some big changes in where your life is going and in your career and reputation in order to bring this confidence in. Maybe confused exactly how to make the plan or to put the plan in place to get there, and also having a lot of changes coming up in your life, endings and beginnings, things going on that are distracting you from finding more of what you want and need at the beginning of this week. And I think what really needs to happen is to figure out how to take all this chaos, all of this uncertainty, and how to organize it bit by bit as the week moves on, so that you can start to make more of a plan, hone in on a few things that are important to you, and build on them in a way that can move you forward and support your growth instead of deplete it and diffuse your talents in a bunch of different areas. All right, and I think that's what you're trying to figure out this week, Aries, is how to quit changing things so much, or how you need to change things in regards to relationships, regards to money, regards to your career and where you see your life going, so you can start to feel better. Okay, so that's happening there. By the end of the week, even though I do think this week is a little bit rougher than some of the others, I do feel like you're starting to get a tad bit more of a hang on what needs to happen in order for you to find more of the confidence and the stability you're looking for. That's because on Friday and Saturday, the Sun, as it moves further through Taurus, comes into a trine here with Pluto in your 10th. So I think at the end of the week, you start to understand more what the confusion was about at the beginning of the week, what you need to change in your career, in your life direction, with the people and money you're working with, so that you can start to feel better and more confident. And I think on the end of this week, you start to make the changes in a more positive way, to use your talents to move you forward, and to start to feel like you're making money in a way that can support some reputation that it is that you want, even if it was hard earlier in the week. Okay, so that's what's coming in. While that's going on Saturday and Sunday, we also do have Mars here in your 10th house of your career, in a square with Mercury in your 1st. So even though you're getting more of a handle on things by the end of the week of what you need to do, change in your career to move forward, making more money, being more confident, even if it was confusing at the end of the week, I think you start to do a lot more, be very active coming in, at least mentally, on Saturday with a Mercury and a square with Mars. Maybe wanting to do the things now that you've gotten more clarity to put your life in a better place and to move forward. Mercury in a square with Mars can be a little hasty though, so maybe just needing to be a little bit careful as you make some big moves over this weekend to make sure that you are moving forward on the things in your career in a right way, in a positive way that can help you, okay, and not make more problems. All right, and I think even though you're getting more information on what you need to do by the end of the week to put your life in the right place here, just maybe needing to take your time as everything starts to line up, come together, and really work out. Okay, so see that happening there. Mercury as well on Sunday, coming over a conjunction with Uranus in your 1st house too. I think really helping you to get rid of an old identity, to step into a new identity, to break free from an old person that you were, that you thought you had to be, to do something else that resonates with you. I think maybe you've been working towards this for some time with Uranus at the last degree here of Aries, and I think now is finally the time for you to own who it is that you are, to step into some new or different identity. And I think that's what you're just trying to do. Make sure you've got a career that is going to let you be who it is that you really are, and is going to help you to express yourself most freely. This conjunction with Mercury and Uranus, I'm not going to lie, on Sunday can bring up some unexpected news that may not always be the easiest with Uranus involved, maybe kind of jarring, okay? But I think the news that comes up, if something does this weekend, is meant to help you get rid of an old situation that is no longer meant for you, and to really step into new situations, to own who you are, and to express yourself in the world more uniquely as who it is that you are, okay? And I think that's what you're trying to do as you're putting your life in a better place, using more of your talents, okay? So that's what's happening there. Mars also on Sunday is entering its shadow period, in your 10th house. So even though you're making a lot of moves to put your life in a better place that you feel more free to be, that you feel is more authentic, and even though I think you're starting to make some moves to do it in a big way, I do think that there are some details about your career, your reputation, your social standing, and where your life is going that you still have to work out, even if it doesn't all fall into place this week. But I think we're getting there. I think we're in a better spot than we've been recently with some of our projects, some of the things we're working on, but it's just a matter of putting on the finishing touches and moving forward. That can be a little bit frustrating, okay? So that's what I see there. Now your card for the week is the Two of Cups reversed. This actually can bring difficulty in relationships this week, feeling like your relationships are out of balance in life. Maybe you aren't partnering with the right people, or you aren't partnering with people in the right ways. And I think this card can definitely mean maybe having to think more seriously about who you need in your life, your relationships, maybe needing to let some people out of your life that can't help you, or maybe needing to work better with your relationships to help them get on board with the things that you want and need. Maybe needing to bring with this card as well more of an equal share, sharing things more equally with the relationships in your life, and taking some of their feedback too could come in. Okay, if there's something going on where you feel like other people aren't understanding you, or there's some hard things, I think, yeah, you need to work with people, listen to people, understand what they really value, what's really important to them, so that you can make better decisions on who you work with, how to work with them, and hopefully restore some of the balance of power if things have been in disarray with your relationships. Just being very important, okay? So that's what I've got for you this week, Aries. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.